retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Beat in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab it and take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take the thing to see. Just like the wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now from the Menin Arena during 80's Wrestling Con, and I am the one and only DJ Storms. Welcome to a very special edition of the Lightning Flash Update. Thank you all for tuning in. As of course, you already know who I am, Mr. Controversy, and the operator of the Best Damn X, formerly known as Twitter, handle known to mankind. And we got ourselves a lot of material to digest. We are live for the next 2 hours. We're going to be doing a little Backlash watch along. Backlash right now, live from Lyon, France. We got 5 major matches happening tonight, including Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for the first time ever for the undisputed WWE Championship. In addition to that, we got some news, rumors, and reports that we can go over a little bit before the pay-per-view actually starts. Obviously, we have some preliminary material, so you know for a fact that we're not going to get into the action straight away. But regardless, I thank each and every single one of you for taking the time out of your day to watch me. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Why don't we talk about some news, rumors, and reports while we are waiting for Backlash to begin? The Rock, he actually came out on his Instagram and discussed that Drew McIntyre has indeed signed a new WWE contract. Drew McIntyre was actually at a restaurant with his wife when The Rock presented him a new sword as a gift for him re-signing with the WWE. I actually had a feeling that Drew McIntyre was going to re-sign with the WWE. It only makes sense considering that he's in a major feud right now with CM Punk and the fact that he is doing the best work of his current main roster WWE run as we speak. Figured I'd get that out of the way. I was kind of hoping that he would leave, but at the same point in time, I kind of figured that he wouldn't because there is so much material that Drew McIntyre is a part of as we speak, whether it be the feud with CM Punk, whether it be a potential match with Damian Priest at Clash at the Castle in June, whatever it may be. Drew McIntyre is a prominent figure on television as we speak, and it would be foolish for WWE to let him go. Rock presented him with a new sword as a gift. Drew McIntyre is still with the WWE. We will see what goes on going into the future. Before we continue on, I just want to remind each and every single one of you that if you haven't already done so, follow me on all platforms of social media at HistoryMakerDJS. One more time, that is at HistoryMakerDJS, both on X and Instagram. You can also add me on my personal Facebook. For collaborations and business inquiries, please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver@gmail.com. Like the official DJ Storms business page, and I may just send you an invite to join the official DJ Storms Posse group on Facebook, that is. In addition to that, please make sure that you check me out over on Rumble. We're live on Rumble as we speak. We're looking to build a nice, solid fan base over on Rumble. We're also live on X, YouTube, and the DJ Storms business page. Plenty of good shit going on over there. On top of that, if you haven't already done so, please make sure that you hit the like button, no matter where you watch from, whether it be X or Instagram or Facebook or Rumble. Share the platform. Share it out to all platforms. It's very important that you do share it out to all platforms because we want to make sure everyone gets their dosage of DJ Storms, because it is a known fact that I make people's lives better. Let me tell you something. I didn't really make the rules. Actually, yes, I did, because I'm just that damn good. In addition to that, if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. We are less than 10 subscribers away from 2,500 subscribers. It is a big deal. We are growing rapidly, and we clocked in for the month of April at over 26,000 views, the third largest overall monthly viewership in the channel's history. We're going to see if we can beat that this month. We're already over 3,000 views, and we're not even a week through the month of May. We're going to see if we can keep that momentum going. So please hit the subscribe button, and of course, hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace, because that way you are going to know whenever I pop up on YouTube. Because whenever I pop up on YouTube, oh baby, it is the absolute best time to be on YouTube. I'm here live at 80's Con. I'm selling wristbands, I'm selling t-shirts, and if you haven't already realized, I got me a new piece of merch right here, the official DJ Storms Switchblade comb. And if you look closely, it says on there. I'm calling it the good comb. We got the greatest comb that has ever been created in the history of mankind. So if you want to make yourselves just a little bit better, if you want to style and profile like DJ Storms styles and profiles, be sure to hit me up. Get yourself a Switchblade DJ Storms comb. They're only $3. If you want to pay for shipping, you're going to have to pay for shipping, unfortunately. Otherwise, you can meet me face-to-face, and I can give you the comb face-to-face. But regardless, $3 for this Switchblade comb, and that way you can be so good, just like DJ Storms. You already know that I am the absolute tastiest snack in the entire IWC, and everybody wants a piece of the Storms Meister. But anyway, we are about to get into Backlash as we speak. Backlash is currently coming up live from Lyon, France. The show is just getting ready to start. How you doing, James Punaseca? Great to see you drop on by. 5 matches tonight, and we're going to see what match the show will kick off with. It's actually pretty crazy because France actually got a noise warning. They got a noise warning because the noise level for SmackDown last night was absolutely astronomical. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never ever seen a crowd get a noise warning. I guess there's a first time for everything. Let's see what we got here. We got Lyon, France, getting set for a big event. And we are kicking the event off with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. I believe this is Tama Tonga's first live televised match as a member of the WWE roster. They competed a couple times at the house shows, but never live. Now we are getting set for a first time ever tag team match, I guess, for the people in France. But I mean, we've seen Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline numerous amounts of times. Nothing we have not already been subjected to before. But regardless, Kevin Owens recently just walked out. The crowd is going absolutely nuts for Kevin Owens. And man, Lyon, France, I'll tell you something. After the crowd that we got last night during SmackDown, I think that Lyon, France may very well be WWE's best crowd of the entire year so far. It's a shame. I wish that the build was a little bit better going into this year's Backlash pay-per-view, although last year's Backlash pay-per-view was pretty poor. But regardless of that, while Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are making their entrances, let's go over a couple more news, rumors, and reports. Getting back to Drew McIntyre, we talked about Drew McIntyre for a little bit. Fightful actually gave us a time frame on the contract for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's contract is said to be a 3-year deal, which will take him to the summer of 2027. Speaking of signing contracts, former NWA women's wrestler Camille recently just signed with AEW, according to Fightful Select. She has not made her debut yet, and Tony Khan has denied any conversation when talking about if Camille has indeed signed with the company. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But considering the women's division right now in AEW is flourishing, considering that we're getting quality women's wrestling matches every single week, I fully expect Camille to add a lot to the AEW women's division. And right now, let's be honest here, the AEW women's division league's better than the WWE women's division. At least the AEW women's division is working on building new stars, okay? In addition to that, Miro, the Redeemer, he's been out with an injury for quite a few months right now. Miro last competed at World's End against Andrade El Idolo. That was Andrade's last match in AEW before Andrade went back to the WWE, which was a very good match, by the way. But Miro is currently still recovering from injury, and unfortunately, for those fans of Miro, according to Sean Ross Sapp, Miro is currently behind on his recovery schedule. He stated that AEW hoped that he would be back a couple of months ago, but that is not the case. Now, it is not specified what exactly the injury is or what the problem is with Miro, but regardless of that, I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on everything regarding Miro's recovery, and I hope to see Miro back on AEW TV very, very soon, because Miro, he's great at what he does. We all love Miro. We all appreciate the Redeemer. We all appreciate the Redeemer and what he brings to the table. Miro is one of the most underrated talents and perhaps one of the most underutilized talents in the history of the modern day wrestling business. Sticking with contracts, Eric Rowan also signed a new WWE deal. Oh, look at this. Look at what we got over here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the greatest independent professional wrestling announcers right here in New Jersey. He is Mr. Rich Reed. Rich Reed, it is 80's WrestleCon here in 2024 in the Menon Arena. How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. It's always good to be at 80's WrestleCon each year. This year is no exception, and I'm just excited, bro.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let's talk about the Rockin' Wrestling show. Rockin' Wrestling part number 3 after 80's WrestleCon is over. It is beginning this afternoon. We got some major matches tonight. We got ourselves a steel cage match between Danny Morrison and Crowbar. Those two have been going at it for generations now. Let me ask you, who do you think is going to win this cage match?
I have no idea. They are both veterans in the ring. They both have been around the block. And all I know is there's going to be a lot of wrestling smarts in there, a lot of, technical legends prowess, and it's going to be a lot of violence.
I mean, with Crowbar, it's always violent. We also have a big-time independent wrestling dream match. Richard Holiday taking on the all-father of professional wrestling, Mr. Darius Carter. This is a match that I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. Let me ask you, who has the advantage?
You know something? Darius Carter always has a trick up his sleeve. I think anyone who knows New Jersey indie wrestling knows Darius Carter. They know that. So because of all the extra stuff he does, I'm being nice when I say extra, I think that might give him the edge. But Richard Holiday is no slouch. He's a former ISPW World Heavyweight Champion.
Correct.
So you cannot count him out. He's got the physical prowess. He is a gifted athlete.
Yes.
And so there's a balance of qualities between both wrestlers.
But if you had to pick one, I know it's a tough one.
Carter, because of the rabbits that he often has pulls out of his hat. I'll put that nicely again.
That makes sense. But we got a big main event tonight. First time ever. We've never seen this in ISPW before. It is a fatal 4-way match. The Shining Star, Ray Kalitri, he is defending the ISPW World Heavyweight Championship against Joey Ace, the Phoenix GKM, and the heavy metal hitman, Rick Recon. It is huge. Let me ask you this. Seeing as this is one of the biggest main events, not only here at 80's WrestleCon, but in ISPW history, who do you think is walking out as the World Heavyweight Champion?
Ray Kalitri is a new champion, and he has a lot to prove. When you're a new champion, you have this newfound sense of responsibility that you have to live up to. And like I said about Darius Carter, he often has tricks up his sleeve. But we're also dealing with GKM.
Yes.
We're also dealing with who are the other two?
Joey Ace and
Yes.
Rick Recon.
I was going to say, I'm getting older. So no, but Rick Recon is a former ISPW champion himself, a winner of the, I believe, 2022 ISPW King of ISPW
That
tournament.
is correct, yes.
So you can never, ever count him out. He was someone that I predicted to win that tournament, to be honest with you.
Likewise.
I believe I was on record saying that. So you can't count them out. And then GKM, phenomenal athlete. And then Joey Ace, the 5-star stud. from Roppongi Hills, Queens, New York. You know, he's a tough wrestler and a very skilled one. But I'm going to pick Ray Kalitri. I'm not saying that's who I'm rooting for, but I give the edge to him because he has so much that he has to prove, and he will go to any lengths to pull anything off, as we've seen in the past.
It's a big-time match, and Ray Kalitri is looking to continue his winning streak here at 80's WrestleCon. Back at last year's Rock and Wrestling show, he actually won the ISPW Championship Rumble, and he won the right to cash in whenever he wanted to win the championship. He did just that after GKM beat Crowbar. But let's switch gears here for a little bit. We're on a Backlash watch-along right now. We got ourselves a big-time tag team match between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. They're taking on the Bloodline, Tama Tonga, and Solo Sikoa. Who has the advantage in this match as we get ready to start off Backlash in France?
Ooh. That is an extremely tough one. I'm going to have to go with Kevin Owens and Randy.
As you can see, the crowd is going absolutely nuts. And it looks like we got ourselves a guest right here. The Fiend Bray Wyatt has decided to jump on in. Mr. Wyatt, would you like to say anything to the audience here out in the IWC?
Let me in.
Looks like we have been let into the Firefly Funhouse, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very unpredictable show, needless to say.
Yowie, wowie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fiend. And I hope that you have a wonderful night. Nice dreads. It is absolutely unbelievable. You knew for a fact that it was going to be crazy over here. But Rich Reed, I know you got a big night tonight. You got to warm up those vocal cords. You got to put together the best announcing here at the independent wrestling scene in New Jersey. Thank you very much for your time.
Anytime, brother.
I greatly appreciate you. I hope that you have a wonderful show.
Follow me on IG at Ringside with Rich Reed.
Damn right. Back to Backlash here, and Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, they were separated by security, and Kevin Owens is just stunnering the security guards left, right, and center. You knew for a fact that it was going to be nuts. How you doing, Gregor John? How you doing, D. Cena? Greatly appreciate all of you. And Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is coming on out. Let's see what he has to say. Nick Aldis is coming on out. I'm not sure what's going on here. Well, it looks like Nick Aldis just made the match into a street fight. Now, that I will say, that is a hell of a lot better than just a regular tag team match. Because, I mean, we've seen how many iterations of Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. We've seen Randy Orton go to war with the Bloodline God knows how many times. And it looks like we got ourselves a street fight here. Yeah, I know. I was confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I saw the Fiend coming up from behind me. And I wanted to hear what Nick Aldis had to say. We got ourselves a street fight here to kick off Backlash. It is Randy Orton and Kevin Owens taking on Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And Kevin Owens, I believe he just hit Solo Sikoa, or he hit Tama Tonga, rather. He hit Tama Tonga with a freaking license plate. Not sure where the hell he got that. And Randy Orton and Solo Sikoa, they are brawling up into the stands. Absolutely ridiculous. As Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga, they are currently making their way into the crowd, into the sea of WWE fans here at Lyon, France. And the fans are going absolutely nuts. Looks like we may get another noise warning. I don't normally do these watch-alongs, but I'll tell you what, I'm currently having some fun right here with this watch-along right now. And by the way, shout out to Howie Jackson. Howie Jackson, who is wearing a DJ Storm shirt here at 80's WrestleCon, recently just posted a video of him. Howie Jackson is an absolute beast. He is one of the best supporters I think that I've ever had. By the way, Dee, I recently just sent your comb. James Punaseca, I will be sending another t-shirt for you to raffle off, and I will be sending you a comb very, very soon. Gregor John, I'm not sure what's been going on with you, but if you want any piece of DJ Storm's merch, hit me up on social media. It's incredibly vital that you do so. Especially these combs, brother. These combs are high quality. There ain't no one that's putting together these great switchblade combs like I am. Look how pristine my facial hair is. It's unbelievable. Anyway, back to Backlash. Back to Backlash and Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens, they are going to war with each other right now. Live right here at Backlash. How you doing? Live right here at Backlash. I got people coming up to say hi to me. It's unbelievable how popular I am. It's unbelievable how popular I am. See, that's just the day in the life of DJ Shizzle Dizzle. Any day. Anyway. Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga, they're going at it, and Solo Sikoa just delivered a huge uppercut to Randy Orton as we are getting set for a major show. I believe this is WWE's first ever major pay-per-view in France. I know that there was Money in the Bank last summer in the UK, but I don't think we've ever seen a pay-per-view in France. Kevin Owens now on top of the barricade, and Kevin Owens is just soaking in the admiration from the people in France as Kevin Owens delivers a frog splash to Tama Tonga right off of the barricade. Randy Orton, he was teasing it, but he decided not to go for it. He was teasing it, but he didn't go for it. Randy Orton doesn't do dives. Randy Orton's not a diver. We got Prime bottles scattered everywhere. It looks like things are starting to heat up, and a back suplex to Tama Tonga on the announce table by Randall Keith Orton. Yeah, I know. I got someone sitting behind me. Look, everyone wants to be live on camera with DJ Storms. Let's be honest here. Everyone wants to be live on camera with DJ Storms. Randy Orton currently in control right now as Tama Tonga, he was laid out on the announce table. Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa now on the bottom half of the steel steps. And Owens with a DDT to Solo on the lower half of the steel stairs. And it looks like Randy Orton, he has found some toys. It looks like we got some trash cans. Looks like Hook stopped by France and left some FTW trash cans for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton to utilize. Trash cans have entered the mix, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the thing. Here's something that I wanna touch upon. I love Kevin Owens and I love Randy Orton, but where exactly are they going after this match with the Bloodline? This just seems like preliminary material until Roman Reigns comes back. That's the only downside to this. That and the fact that we've seen this match numerous amounts of times. I'm glad that they made it a street fight, though. Leagues better than what it would have been if it was a regular match. And Kevin Owens is just beating the hell out of Solo Sikoa with a kendo stick. Let me tell you something. People, they want to think that they could take a kendo stick shot right to the back, but let me tell you something. You cannot. Those kendo sticks, even though they're thin, those things hurt. Those things hurt. That's why you will never, ever see me in a ring. You will never, ever see me in a ring because I do not want to risk getting hit with a kendo stick. No, thank you. You knew it was going to be chaos. Let's be honest here. We got ourselves 15 solid people watching. I'm sure we're going to get more throughout the show. And hopefully we'll be able to get as much of Backlash as possible before we get started with the Rock and Wrestling show. I believe they may be starting at 4 or 5. We're going to see how long this show goes, especially considering they only got 5 matches. You are fantastic, my man. You are fantastic. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you. If you want a piece of merch, just let me know. Prices are right here. Thank you. I got people subscribing to me as I'm live. It's unbelievable. I got people subscribing to me as I'm live. Ain't it great? Ain't it great? People wish that they could be DJ Storms. And it looks like a table has just been introduced into the mix. Kevin Owens just set up a table on the outside of the ring, and things are getting rather dangerous. Things are getting rather dangerous as we are getting set for a major spot, I'm assuming. Actually, we got 2 tables. We got one outside the ring, and we got one inside of the ring. And Tama Tonga is just getting the piss beat out of him by Kevin Owens, and Tama Tonga is on the announce table. Kevin Owens with a ground and pound on the announce table. We're going to see what Kevin Owens has planned here. Kevin Owens on the apron, and a frog splash. Frog splash off the apron to Tama Tonga through the table, but he's got to get him back in the ring or else he cannot pin him straight up. And now Randy Orton's got Solo Sikoa in the ring. Randy Orton now stalking the enforcer, or should I say the new tribal chief of the bloodline now, and that is Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa now with an uppercut to Randy Orton, and Solo Sikoa potentially looking for a Samoan drop. That could be it. Samoan drop through the table by Solo Sikoa to Randy Orton, and that table completely broke in. 3 pieces it broke into. 3 pieces it broke into. Show it, please. I can't show it. I can't show it. I don't want to get copyrighted. I cannot show it. I don't want to get copyrighted. And Kevin Owens just got turned inside out. Big time lariat by Solo Sikoa. And Solo Sikoa, he's got that mohawk going. I don't know why. Solo Sikoa's mohawk looks bigger than usual. It looks like the Red Rooster. I don't know why. I just thought of that. It looks like the frickin' Red Rooster. I know the people that are at 80's Con would get that reference. And Solo Sikoa now stalking Randy Orton. Solo Sikoa is stalking Randy Orton as we are getting set to potentially put this one away. And Tama Tonga now with a ground and pound. Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa quickly have taken over control. Tama Tonga just with the headbutts. It was a ground and pound headbutt style. You never really see that nowadays, now do you? And now Tama Tonga has a kendo stick. Tama Tonga with a kendo stick and just whacked Kevin Owens right upside the shoulder. That's actually worse than if you get whipped in the back. You could dislocate his shoulder. Crack a kendo stick right over your shoulder and then try and come back from that. Kevin Owens now prone in the corner. Kevin Owens is prone in the corner. I am not sure what Solo and Tama Tonga have planned for him. I'm assuming that we're going to get a hip attack at some point. Tama Tonga now has a trash can lid. I'm assuming we're going to get a hip attack with the trash can lid. Solo Sikoa now measuring Kevin Owens. And there's a hip attack by Solo Sikoa. And the fans in Lyon, France do not like that. Fans in Lyon, France do not like that. They're clearly in favor of Kevin Owens, and as expected, because Kevin Owens, he is a French-Canadian hero. Tama Tonga, just a rapid barrage of shots with the trash can lid right across the head of Kevin Owens. A good thing that is aluminum, and that is not metal. It's much better than metal. If you get hit with metal, you're probably going to die. Kevin Owens now with a ground and pound. Kevin Owens trying to fight back, but Solo hits him in the back with a trash can. I don't know. I could get used to these watch-alongs. I like doing play-by-play. I could get used to these watch-alongs. I'm a play-by-play guy. If anything, you'll have to start calling me DJ Play-by-Play. Let me take a drink of my water here. It's Solo whacking Kevin Owens with a kendo stick in the gut, by the way. They will have some welts. What time is it in France right now? I'm assuming it's probably 8 p.m. Maybe it's 7 p.m. I mean, it's certainly not 1 p.m. in the afternoon. If we are 5 hours behind the UK, then we could very well be maybe 7 hours behind on France. I'm not really sure. Maybe 7 or 8. Probably 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock over there in France. And we got another table being introduced by Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And Kevin Owens tossing Tama Tonga out of the ring. But Solo hits Kevin Owens with a massive super kick. And look at this right here. Look at this. We got ourselves Matthew Compatello. How you doing, Matthew Compatello?
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Doing very well. What are you up to, DJ Storms?
What am I up to? I am currently live on a Backlash watch-along right now across the IWC. We are taking a look at a street fight between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, taking on the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga. What do you think about this match? Who do you think is going to walk out the victor?
Personally, I think it favors the Bloodline. He had Owens in that chin lock, and he reverses it, and Sikoa going back first through that table in the corner. Concerned look on the face of the wise man, and Tama Tonga in with that vicious clothesline upon Kevin Owens.
We got ourselves some heavy-hitting action here, but I need to ask you about 80's WrestleCon's Rockin' Wrestling show tonight. We got ourselves a big main event tonight. It is a fatal four-way between the champion, Ray Kalitri. We also got Rick Recon in there, Joey Ace, and GKM. I already spoke to Rich Reed earlier in the stream, but I want to get your opinion on this. Who do you think is going to win this massive fatal four-way, and why?
I think with the help of J.J. Dillon of the Four Horsemen and that type of counsel in his corner, I think it all favors the champion, Ray Kalitri.
No, we got 2 for 2 on predictions here. Ray Kalitri is the clear-cut favorite, but I'd like to ask you about the match that's going to be kicking off 80's WrestleCon. It is Crowbar, the Timeless Crowbar, taking on former friend of his and a former ECW companion of him, Danny Morrison, or Danny Doring, whatever you want to call him. Either way, 2 ECW icons from back in the day. They will be fighting tonight inside of a steel cage. Who has the advantage in that match and why?
I think Crowbar has the advantage. I like to characterize Crowbar as fearless, but Morrison is also a competitor against anyone, anything. I think it's going to come down to just who wants it more and whose day is it.
Very, very good analysis, Mr. Compatello, and I greatly appreciate your support as well. You have been a phenomenal supporter of the DJ Storms brand and a phenomenal asset to ISPW as well. Is there any last things you want to say before we continue on with the watch-along here? Because this match, it is really starting to heat up. It's looking to come down to the home stretch. What else you got to say?
Support DJ Storms and 80's Wrestling, and everybody just have a great day, have a great time. We wish you could all be here at 80's Wrestling Con and ISPW Rock and Wrestle.
I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very much, Mr. Compatello. I hope that you have a wonderful time at the show.
You as well.
You never know who's going to show up, and Randy Orton just hit Tama Tonga with an RKO, but Solo Sikoa breaks it up. I actually thought that was it. We looked like we were going to see the end of the match right there, but Solo broke it up, and Solo Sikoa now with the headbutts to Randy Orton. Always appreciate Mr. Matthew Compatello. He actually recently just bought a DJ Storm shirt. He is awesome in every sense of the word. We got the announce table being torn apart now. It's unbelievable. We got the announce table being torn apart now. It seems as though this is the match where everyone's going to break all the tables. I think we've had about 3 table breaks in this match already. Hey, listen, the more table breaks, the better. More table breaks, the better here, as Randy Orton is being placed on the table. Randy Orton is being placed on the table, and Solo Sikoa is measuring the Viper, Randy Orton. Solo Sikoa now measuring the Viper, Randy Orton. I don't know what's going to happen here. And Solo Sikoa just dropped Randy Orton on the announce table. That cannot feel good whatsoever. And the crowd here in France. So look at this guy. Look at this. We got the $1 Million Man. We got Ted DiBiase. We got Jimmy Hart. And we got the Iron Sheik. We got a new tag team right here. Hey, let me ask you a question. Does everyone have a price?
Everybody's got a price, and I doubt you can afford it.
I disagree. I think I'm worth millions of dollars.
Monopoly money isn't the same.
I'll have to see this guy in the ring a little bit later. Thank you very much for the support. You never know who's going to show up on DJ Storms' channel, that's for sure. It's unbelievable. But we got ourselves a big spot being planned over here. Owens is taking Sokoa up to the top. And we got 4 chairs being set up. I don't know what the hell is going to happen here. Kevin Owens is going up. But Solo Sikoa cuts him off. And Solo Sikoa, excuse me, not Solo Sikoa, it's actually Tama Tonga that cut him off. And Tama Tonga looking to throw Kevin Owens off of the top, potentially through the chairs. We're going to see if it's going to happen here. No, he's not going to throw him. He's going to superplex him. Forget about throwing your opponent. Why throw your opponent when you can superplex your opponent? Huh? Kevin Owens with a avalanche fisherman buster into 4 steel chairs. That is not going to feel good. That must hurt like a sumbitch. You do not want to be in the receiving end of an avalanche fisherman buster from the top rope through numerous steel chairs. That is absolutely vicious in every sense of the word. Kevin Owens crawls to the cover. 1, 2. No. Who the hell is that? Who is that? Who is that? Is that another member of the Bloodline? Is that another? Oh my God, I feel like I've seen him before. I don't know. Who is that? Is that Tongaloa? Is that Tongaloa? Tongaloa, I believe he was Tama Tonga's partner in New Japan Pro Wrestling during the time when they were the Gorillas of Destiny. It's got to be Tongaloa. And Kevin Owens just caught a Samoan spike. What a sell. And the referee counts 3. The referee counts 3. And thanks to, I believe, Tongaloa. I'll have to check. I believe that's Tongaloa. I thought he had a different hairstyle, but I believe that is Tongaloa. And thanks to another member of the Bloodline, again, I don't know who it was. I think it's Tongaloa. It's been a while since I've seen Tongaloa. But in the end, the Bloodline, they take the victory as expected. I did not expect them to lose whatsoever. I mean, it would be stupid. It would absolutely be stupid. And yet, yes, I do believe that it was confirmed. It was Tongaloa. Tongaloa, the newest member of the Bloodline, just cost Kevin Owens and Randy Orton a major tag team match here at Backlash in France. Good shit, man. Really, really, really good shit. Absolutely love it. Look at this guy. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you. Keep on doing your thing and enjoy the show. I recently just got paid for a big-time wristband. Thank you very much for the support. You are fantastic. Keep on loving wrestling, baby. This is the type of stuff that I live for, people. This is the type of stuff that I live for. Tongaloa, baby. I was right. It is Tongaloa. And the Bloodline has just added yet a new member. That is awesome. As expected, the Bloodline get the win. I think I'm going to go back and rewatch that match when we get home. That is how you start a pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you start a pay-per-view. Now, since we have a little bit, yeah, still live right now. Oh my God, look at this guy. We're watching Backlash here. We're on a Backlash watch along, and ladies and gentlemen, this is one half of the Now. He is a former 3-time ISPW World Tag Team Champion and former Outlaw Professional Wrestling Tag Team Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the one and only Vic Delicious. How you doing today?
I'm gonna pay you to come around and do my intro everywhere we go. That was awesome.
I think I may just have to take you up on that offer. I should have been an announcer, I swear to God. But anyway, Vic, we got 80s WrestleCon today. Been rocking and rolling all day, and we got the big rock and wrestling show after 80s Con is over. Let me ask you, what are your thoughts going into tonight's big match?
I have a lot of thoughts. They're a little bit all over the place. You know, the fact that we're teaming with the Powers of Pain, it is an honor. It's an honor, you know, to be with them. Oh, Hale's joining us.
Oh, look at this. We got Hale.
I didn't get the Iggy to come on over. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry about it. How you doing, Mr. Hale Collins? This is the other half of the Now. I recently just got done hyping him up. These two, former 3-time ISPW World Tag Team Champions, former Outlaw Professional Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the greatest tag team up and down the East Coast, no matter where you look. And I already got his opinion on tonight's match. You're teaming with the Powers of Pain. I would love to get your thoughts on tonight's big matchup.
I mean, let's talk about the Warlord.
Talk about the Warlord,
Do you
yeah.
remember how big the Warlord was?
The guy's huge.
Huge. He's a legend, and Barbarian too. Last year we went up against them, and they're still tough guys. They are still tough. I'm happy they're on our team than against.
The thing that makes me most focused, I think, is the fact that we don't know what the Powers of Pain, where their loyalty will necessarily lie if the things get really down in the dumps. You know, like I know I can count on Hale, but we've never teamed with them before. And the fact that we're against 4 really capable guys, like the ISPW Tag Team Champions sent to slaughter, Victor Benjamin and Trax, like, dude, those are 4 guys that you don't really mess with. So the fact that it's the first time we're ever going to team with a legendary team like the Powers of Pain, it has me focused a little. I mean, I won't say concerned, but it's definitely the deck is a little bit stacked against us. It's not just an easy walk in the park at 80s Con.
Well, I'd actually like to pivot to Sent to Slaughter for a minute, because back at the ISPW Championship Rumble, Sent to Slaughter recently just ended your 3rd reign as ISPW Tag Team Champions, and I know you guys are looking to get those titles back at some point. I'm going to go to Hale first. Hale, what would it mean to you to become 4-time ISPW World Tag Team Champions?
Well, once again, we'll make history because we are the only 3-time ISPW Tag Team Champions. Also, we're the longest reigning Tag Team Champions that ever was in ISPW history. So to keep the historic run going, that would be awesome.
Vic.
To be ISPW 4-time tag team champions would literally cement our legacy in the Northeast as a tag team that will literally be remembered for generations to come. And that's really what this is all about, is that every time anybody thinks of tag team wrestling, they always think of the Now, because that's what makes it Now.
Damn right.
Get it?
Right. Now, I'd like to pivot to the main event, and I'd like to get both of your opinions on this, because we got ourselves one of the biggest main events in ISPW history. Shining Star Ray Kalitri, world champion. He's defending the championship against 5-star stud Joey Ace, heavy metal hitman Rick Recon, and the Phoenix GKM. Who has the advantage and why? Vic, let me go to you first.
I am a Joey Ace fan, so I am going to put my support and faith behind Joey Ace. I think tonight might be his night to finally ascend to the next level and take out Ray Kalitri and become the ISPW heavyweight champion.
Hell, let me hear what you got.
I got to go GKM on this one. Kaka, because the fact is he had that taste of that championship belt and it got ripped away from him.
Yes, I was there.
By a cash in, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so like he felt like 5 seconds of it. He felt the taste. He became the first Grand Slam champion.
Yes.
So he had that all taken away from him in seconds. In seconds, he didn't even get to like walk in the back and look at the title and like look at it and cherish it and take it all in. It was all ripped away as fast as humanly possible. So I know he's hungry. I know he's lean. I know he's been hitting the gym 10 times 10. He has a crowd behind him. He has the energy behind him. I don't know. I got to go with G-Kim on this one.
All right, now let's go to the cage match. We got a big cage match tonight, which is kicking off 80's Con. It is two former ECW innovators. Danny Morrison, a.k.a. Danny Doring, he's taking on the timeless Crowbar. Who has the advantage in this match and why? Hale, let me hear you first.
Oh, this is a toss-up. These guys wrestled each other the most, I think, anyone's ever wrestled each other. So they know each other so well. Like, it's hard to say, but I did notice Dan Morrison looked very much in shape last show. He's been dieting, he's working out hard, so I'm not sure. I think this is going to be a new, different version of Morrison going against Crowbar. I know Crowbar is timeless, and he's always ready to go, but I'm not sure if Crowbar has wrestled Dan Morrison as he is now, ever before, which is rare because they wrestle each other so many times.
It seems as though Danny Morrison is always evolving. Vic Delicious, let me hear you.
See, DJ Storms, I'm going to show you what a professional I am right now because I'm going to answer your question while I watch Tiffany Stratton make her way to the ring and all of her assets right now. Absolutely awe-inspiring what she's doing there. But I'm just saying, it's right. I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to answer the question.
You got to be professional.
But it's a little bit just, it's not necessarily distracting. It's just like,
Take the glass off.
Hey, listen, it's Tiffy time all the time,
What was the question?
The question is, who has the advantage in this big steel cage match?
Tonight, all of my money, all of my energy is going to Crowbar. I want to see Crowbar finally give Dan Morrison that one slap in the mouth that just shuts him up for 5 minutes. I'm just looking for him to shut up for 5 minutes. He talks a lot, bro, a lot.
We'll see.
Well, looks like you guys are gonna have to play some money on that.
This guy calls it down the middle.
Right down the middle.
I'm just photobombing.
Yeah, it's Pat Savino right here, the ISPW champion referee right here. You got a big steel cage match to ref tonight. Are you gonna be impartial?
I'm always impartial unless they want to pay me some extra money.
Oh, he's got to call it down the middle. Well,
See, he can be bought.
But he can't be bought because everybody's got a price.
everybody's got a price. Now, let me ask y'all a question here. We got a big women's triple threat match here at Backlash in Lyon, France. It is Tiffany Stratton, of course, rather distracting. And we also got Naomi and Bayley. Bayley's got a triple threat match to worry about. Who is walking out champion and why? Vic, let me hear you.
Bayley. I'm a big Bayley fan. I really I enjoyed her match at WrestleMania. I think Bayley has a character renaissance for the last 6 to 8 months, and Bayley's not losing that belt tonight.
Hell, I see you're fully focused in on this match.
I got other things to worry about living the now. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm worried about ISPW right now. Right now, we got to go back and discuss this business that we have to do with the Warlord and the Barbarian, because now you're saying we might not be able to trust them. I didn't know that. I thought you said we could trust them.
Well, I mean, they've played both sides of the fence before, man. I mean, last year they had no problem punching us in the face.
He clotheslined me really hard.
I have still. It's not like I paid them any extra. We're just our partners tonight. So, like, we got to probably,
I'm just sitting here.
Did you hear anything about the Warlord trying to double cross us?
Not that I know of. Not that I know
Let
of.
me ask you this. Do they look like the two kind of guys that might maybe possibly double cross you?
I mean, they're not the guys that I would trust first.
What? You said that. He said what you said.
Listen, they're rather intimidating individuals, but regardless.
It's not easy having a partner like hell.
Regardless.
I'm distraught. I got to talk about this. We got to get this same thing.
Regardless, thank you very much, Hale. I greatly appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Vic.
Was all yours.
Good luck.
See you later.
Good luck in the tag team match tonight.
This is my son back here. He's lurking around. He thinks
Oh, really?
awesome.
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
See you later, man.
You guys are fantastic. I'm telling you, this is one of the best LFUs I think I've ever done. One of the best LFUs I think I've ever done. Anyway. Let's talk about this triple threat match right here. We got Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi. We got ourselves something something that I didn't think that we were going to see. And to be quite honest with you, I wasn't expecting Naomi to return to WWE, but she returned at the Royal Rumble. I'm glad she's getting this opportunity. That much I will say. I'm glad that she's getting this opportunity, and I really do hope that we will see ourselves I don't really want to say a new version of Naomi, but I hope that we see a version of Naomi that really turns it up a notch. Because we all know how good Naomi is. We all know that Naomi can wrestle. The problem is that WWE, they have not put all of their effort into building up Naomi as a big-time star. And that to me kind of gets under my skin. I don't like that. Tiffany Stratton right here. This is going to be a big opportunity for Tiffany Stratton. We do not know what is going on regarding Tiffany Stratton, but I don't see Tiffany Stratton winning this. Tiffany Stratton is either your Queen of the Ring or she's going to be your Women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. That's how this is going down. That's how this is going down. Bayley, you can definitely tell she is hyped up, and I know that the people in France are going to be going absolutely insane for Bayley. I know. I don't even have the volume on right now, but I know for a fact that they're going to start singing, "Hey, Bayley." I know it's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen. I hear Eye of the Tiger playing in the background over there. It's ridiculous. What I love, this is what I love about doing a podcast right here at 80's WrestleCon. It's always unpredictable. Women's Championship match. We are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. Triple threat match. It is Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi. If I'm a betting man, I'm probably going to have to say that Naomi's going to take the pin. Why? Because that's usually what happens when you're trying to build up a new star like Tiffany Stratton. Bayley's the champion who can't lose. I'd say Naomi's going to take the pin here in this match. I'm sorry. I'm head bopping to Eye of the Tiger in the background. I don't even like that song. But I can't help but head bop. Eye of the Tiger. I hope we don't get copyrighted for that. Tiffany Stratton, absolutely gorgeous backflip. Nice roll up here, and now we got all three of these women trading roll ups. And Bayley with a back elbow. And we got a nice roll up right there. Reversal by Bayley. And now double pin by Stratton and a double kick out by Naomi and Bayley. See, here's the problem. One of the biggest problems that I've had for the longest time is why exactly do we get quality women's wrestling on pay-per-views like this, but we don't get quality women's wrestling on the weekly television shows? That's what I don't understand. How can you have a pay-per-view and you got great women's wrestling on the pay-per-view, but you don't have any women's wrestling worth any substance on the weekly television shows? How do we go from two great championship matches with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, and then Bayley and Io at WrestleMania, to a shitty-ass battle royal on Monday Night Raw to crown a new women's world champion? I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous. Tiffany Stratton now in control, sends Naomi into the corner. Tiffany Stratton, backflip elbow. Beautifully done right there by Stratton. And now Stratton gets a forearm to the face by the champion Bayley. Good stuff right there. And going for the sunset flip. Can he get it? Can he get it? Can he get it? I don't think that you can get it. Oh my God. Double stomp by Stratton and a double stomp to Bayley as well. Double stomp to Naomi and a double stomp to Bayley. Here's the cover and a kick out by Bayley. Very nicely done right there. Look out, another one and a kick out. Very nicely done right there as we are just getting started with this women's triple threat match. And Bayley gets bounced face first off of the turnbuckle. How you doing, Hoolagrim? We are having a great stream so far. It's the Backlash watch along. I'll be live until around maybe 3:15, and we got ourselves plenty, and I mean plenty of material to discuss, especially during the commercials. We'll talk about that in between the commercials, but we got ourselves Tiffany Stratton, Bayley, and Naomi triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. We just saw the debut of Tangaloa. We saw the debut of Tangaloa, the brother of Tama Tonga. He made his debut, and the Bloodline currently got the win. I'm sorry for spoiling it for you, Hoolagrim. I'm sorry. Sorry for spoiling it for you. I won't be spoiling any more, although I'm going to have to talk about the play-by-play that's going on right now for Backlash. Solid amount of people watching right now. We got a solid amount of 16 people watching as Tiffany Stratton putting the boots to Bayley. Tiffany Stratton now has Bayley on the ropes. You've muted me. Of course you have, Hoolagrim. I know, Hoolagrim. I know you don't want spoilers, but look, this is what happens during a watch-along. It's play-by-play. What the hell am I supposed to do during a watch-along? Of course, I'm going to talk about what's going on. Tiffany Stratton now just dropped Bayley. Tiffany Stratton now with a cover and a kick out. And now Tiffany Stratton now with a backflip. Oh, look at this. Beautifully done right there into the Alabama Slam. Very nicely done. Here's the cover and a kick out. And Naomi actually jumped in to break it up. Very nicely done right there by Tiffany Stratton. Let me tell you something. Tiffany Stratton, the fact that she is in a major match of this magnitude on a pay-per-view, a big-time international pay-per-view like Backlash, that says a lot about the investment that WWE has in her. And Naomi now spearing Tiffany Stratton through the ropes. And now the brawl's continuing into the barricade. Awesome stuff right there. And Tiffany sends Naomi into the barricade. And a backflip elbow into the barricade. Very, very, very nicely done right there. Yes, it is Tiffy time, as you can see. And Bayley takes out Tiffany Stratton. Very nicely done right there by Bayley. And hold on a minute. What do we got over here? Ladies and gentlemen, I had a feeling he was going to show up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves the heavy metal hitman, Rick Recon. And Rick Recon, he has a big-time fatal four-way match tonight. It is Rick Recon main eventing the Rock and Wrestling Show for the second year in a row. This time, it is much different. It is a fatal four-way match. He is taking on the Shining Star Ray Kalitri, the Phoenix GKM, and the five-star stud Joey Ace. Rick Recon, how you feeling going into this big fatal four-way?
I'm the only guy to main event 80's Con 2 years in a row. So I already have the advantage. I've already been here before. I'm also the biggest guy in the match too. That somebody brought that to my attention earlier, so I'm pretty sure that's a strong advantage. And I've dealt with all three of them, and actually none of them have beaten me. None of them have hidden me. Yeah.
Actually, I thought that you had a run-in with Ray Kalitri a couple months back.
I did have a run-in with him, but he never beat me.
Well, he never beat you for the World Championship, that is for sure.
No one did, actually. Never lost it. Never wasn't pinned for it. Didn't tap out, didn't submit, didn't pass out. So I never really lost it. So if you look really closely at that title, you'll see my name still etched somewhere on there because I never were able to get it off. It's really mine.
Well, let me ask you a question. Who do you feel is the biggest threat in this match? To you specifically.
All three of them are threats. Ray, I would say, knows me best. So, but I actually wouldn't say he's the biggest threat, really, because and Joey Ace, he's got a lot of experience, obviously, Super 8 champion, all that. I've dealt with him for years, though, too. Honestly, if there's anybody, I would actually say GCam because he got the taste of the championship for 5 minutes and got taken away from him. So I kind of know what that's like, and he really wants it. And he's really on that grind, that rise. So I don't know. I mean, if I have to pick somebody, I'd probably say him.
Well, let's switch gears now because we also have a big steel cage match tonight. I've been getting a lot of people's opinions on this steel cage match, which, by the way, is actually kicking off 80's Con. It is. Yeah, it is. The Timeless Crowbar, a man that you have quite a history with, taking on Danny Doring, two ECW innovators. I want to ask you, who do you think has the advantage in this matchup and why?
Again, that's really tough because both of them have so many years of experience. They know each other. They're brothers without being blood. Let's be honest. I've faced Crowbar in a cage twice though. Both times I barely got out standing. So I would say in its terms of recent experience, he probably does have the edge with this one. But I'm not going to count out Danny Doring of all people because that, there's been times where we thought it was time for him to ride off into the sunset, and he's not riding towards that sunset yet. He's still going. So I don't want to count either one of them out. But again, if I was forced to make a call, I would say it's a slight advantage might be Crowbar just due to what he does, his style, everything that he does with the cage, guardrails, all that, and recent cage matches I've faced him in. So
yeah, I remember that cage match in West Milford very, very fondly. Matter of fact, I believe you quoted that as the match where you arrived, if I'm not mistaken. But let's pivot back to the Fatal 4-Way match because I want to ask you specifically because this right here is a big-time matchup. There have not been many individuals to hold the ISPW World Heavyweight Championship twice or more. You got Ace Darling, you got Crowbar, you got Bull James, and you got Danny Morrison. And I believe, to my knowledge, that's it. Four individuals. So you would only be the fifth two or more time ISPW World Heavyweight Champion in history. What would that mean to you?
You get your name put amongst some of the best that have ever done it. You can't ask for more than that. Whether whether you rise to the very peak of this business or not, you know, if you are able to achieve something like that, it's when people look at the history books and they read back and they see everything, and your name is quoted amongst those timeless individuals. That's a big reason why we do it, man. It's to be a part of history. However small of a part you might be, you're still a part of history.
It is certainly going to be a big-time matchup, and, man, I have been a fan of you for a long, long time, and I cannot wait to see what you do tonight. Thank you very much for your time. You've been fantastic. Good luck in the match, and I hope tonight, if there was one guy that I'm rooting for, I am rooting for you to make history. Good luck in your match. And Bayley, and we're getting back to the Backlash show. Bayley thought she had Naomi there. She did not have Naomi there whatsoever. A big time near. Actually, no. Did she have Naomi? Oh, no, she did. She did. I'm sorry. I didn't even. I'm sorry. I was too busy there. I didn't even see. Looks like Bayley just able to escape. Bayley just able to escape with the Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, that was a nasty, and I mean a nasty Alabama slam. So it was right here. Naomi with the roll-up. Bayley reversed it, and yes, it was that quick roll-up. That quick roll-up was able to get the job done, and I was right. Naomi did take the pin there. How would you say Backlash is so far? I would say that Backlash is pretty damn good so far. I would say Backlash is pretty damn good. Naomi's inviting Bayley into the ring. Heel turn. Wait for it. Wait for it. No heel turn. No heel turn. Wow, that's actually pretty shocking. I thought we were going to get a Naomi heel turn right there. It almost felt like she was. Almost felt like she was. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The crazy thing about it is everyone was expecting Jacob Fatu, right? Everyone was expecting Jacob Fatu, and they end up bringing Tongaloa in there. I will say that. That is something that I don't think anyone saw coming. I like that sense of unpredictability. But the pay-per-view so far has been very good. Pay-per-view so far has been very good. I believe we are now going to get into the women's tag team match, if I'm not mistaken, as if people actually give a shit about that. But regardless of that, we're going to get into the women's tag team match very, very shortly. Plenty, and I mean plenty of good surprises here. One more time, thank you very much to Rick Recon, who recently just showed up. Thank you very much to Rich Reed. Thank you very much to Rich Reed and Matthew Compatello, excuse me. Thank you very much to the Now, Vic and Hale.
We've got a phone number from Jake. We're going to call you for that chance.
Everyone assumes it's The Rock, like they assumed Jacob would be here today. Maybe Jacob is the new trouble. I don't think that's so. I don't think that that's the case. I don't think that is the case. That is not the case whatsoever. I think The Rock at the end of the day will be pulling the strings. As much as I respect Jacob Fatu, I don't think that he's a new tribal chief.
All right, but while the cosplay gets up in the ring, they'll have to run up with me right here by the steel cane.
And Solo actually just had a run-in with Jey Uso. Solo recently just had a run-in with Jey Uso. Looks like Jey and Jimmy, they will be in action against the Guerrillas of Destiny sooner rather than later. And by the way, The new bloodline looks fantastic. The new bloodline looks awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome shit.
And while we've got this whole crew that's up in the ring, it's perfect. I'm going to read down the Hall of Fame class for 2024. And all of you are invited, by the way, to Albany, New York. Well, it'll be held at MVP Arena on October 13th. We'll have an 80s wrestling convention with Tommy Fierro hosting. And that evening at the Desmond Hotel, we will be having a dinner hosted by Matt Gibbs and Bill Alford. And I hope that JJ Gilly, your tag team partner, who's over there in the corner, doesn't show up and trying to put 30 what they know what to do. Everyone, this cruise in the ring. Here is the class of 2024. El Santo. El Santo was the greatest star of all time. El Santo. Harley Race. Harley Race yeah, Briscoe.
And we're waiting for this commercial to be over right now. I was just sending out some tweets. We're waiting for this commercial to be over, and then we're going to get straight into I'm assuming, the women's tag team match. I'm assuming.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is going to the Hall of Fame. We'll talk to him in a second, but I know the horsemen are here.
Let's go over a couple more news, rumors, and reports while we're waiting for the pay-per-view to come back. Wes Lee. Let's talk about Wes Lee for a little bit. Wes Lee, he recently just made his return to NXT, right? And apparently, he was supposed to be out of action for at least 10 months. 10 months to a year. But that did not turn out to be the case. Matter of fact, he recovered within 5 months, and now he's ready to go, which is actually pretty surprising. And hold on a minute. Ladies and gentlemen,
won't you slide over a little bit and give the 5-star stud some room? There we go. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 5-star stud, 1/4 of the main event tonight here at 80's Wrestling Con. He is Joey Ace. How you doing tonight, sir?
Man, I'm feeling great. I'm not going to lie to you. Felt a little anxious walking in, but it was more like a nervous excitement. You know, you're just excited, you're anxious, you're feeling it. It's 80's WrestleCon. That's probably why. But I'm no stranger to a main event. You already know, right? The list of credentials speak for themselves. So I'm pumped up, though.
Now, let me ask you a question. We got ourselves this big match, and this is the first time that you are main eventing 80's WrestleCon's Rockin' Wrestling Show. It is a fatal 4-way. It is you, Rick Recon, who I recently just spoke to. Then we also got the Phoenix GKM, and we got ourselves the world champion, Ray Kalitri. This is one of the biggest matches, not only in 80's WrestleCon history, but one of the biggest matches in ISPW history. What are your thoughts going into this match?
Look, I have a lot of thoughts. I won't lie to you here and be like, oh man, let's ready to rock and roll. There's a part of me that comes that tonight is kind of a turning point. Tonight's probably a stamp on the story of the 5-star stud here in ISPW. See, last year, a year ago today, I made my debut. And that's when Ray Kalitri came in and cashed in his Rumble, and he got it. He got the golden ticket. I mean, let me correct myself. He got the golden ticket. I was eliminated, and right after he came on in, and bam, and he's got it, and he cashed it in on GKM. See, but the thing, the problem I have with him about tonight. Look, I could go on and tell you, right? I've gone in the ring with GKM, right? Toe-to-toe with him. Yeah. Toe-to-toe with Rick Recon here. But now, Ray Kalitri is like my brother. Yeah. You know, you ever had a brother just outright, not betray you, but just his head got too big for his britches.
Yeah, I've had cases like that.
Yeah. So see, I love that man to death, right? But he came out and said to me just last week that I was like the jealous best friend. The jealous best friend. Look, our lives outside of professional wrestling, we go on trips, right? We got cool places that we live at, right? Outside of this biz, we're good.
But when that bell rings,
but the man, the fact that he said I was jealous, I came in with one goal in mind, and that was to be champion here.
yes.
He's upset that I've climbed the ladder, and every time I've gotten to the top, he's tipped the ladder. I never asked him for a shot. I never wanted to impede on his successes. But tonight, the 5-star stud does. 366 days. This is leap year. And now we're in the main event of 80's WrestleCon, Rockin' Wrestling for the ISPW Heavyweight Championship.
And it is certainly going to be a big match, but I actually want to pivot to another big match. And I've been asking everyone that has come on the show, let's talk about the cage match that's going to kick off 80's WrestleCon. It is the Timeless Crowbar versus Danny Doring, a.k.a. Danny Morrison, two ECW innovators right here. Who do you think has the advantage in this match and why?
Man, look, you're asking me a loaded question. It's a 15-foot high steel cage. It's the Men in Sports Arena. It's two guys have been in this business probably a combined 40, 50 years,
yes.
Right? These guys came from ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, and now tonight, it all comes to a head in that steel cage. Now, you're asking me, who do I think will walk out of that cage the victor? Man, I don't know. It's a coin toss. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It certainly does seem like both men have a lot of good advantage. But last question that I'm going to ask you. Ray Calitri's been world champion. He's the current champion. Rick Recon's been world champion. GKM's been world champion. You're the only one who has not been ISPW world champion. So I want to ask you, what would winning the ISPW world championship for the first time, what would winning that title for the first time mean to you, especially considering that it is in the main event of the biggest show in ISPW's calendar year?
It would mean everything. It's why I'm here.
Well, there's really nothing more to say. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the 5-star stud, Joey Ace. I greatly appreciate your time. Good luck here in the main event. Plenty of good material happening here. As per usual. And we got ourselves, this one's actually a bit of a shocker right here. Damian Priest and Jey Uso is the next match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I actually thought that they were going to do the women's tag team title match, and we were going to have the two world title matches end the show. I guess that's not the case. But regardless of that, we still got plenty more to talk about. And by the way, congratulations to Wesley, who made a comeback after a severe back injury after only 5 months. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. Before we get into the World Championship match, I want to put out a reminder here for those of you that were wondering where WrestleMania 41 is going to be. WrestleVotes stated that the chances of WrestleMania 41 being in Minnesota have significantly decreased, and it seems as though Las Vegas has a stronger chance at landing the event. That is certainly a big-time leap, and if you're asking me, Allegiant Stadium would probably be the better city for Las Vegas and WrestleMania. Las Vegas and WrestleMania, they seem to go together. And Allegiant Stadium, last time I checked, Allegiant Stadium was actually a pretty good stadium for SummerSlam. Not so much the show, but I think that the venue itself, the entire outlook with the venue for WrestleMania, that right there is extremely, extremely appealing from a visual standpoint. But then again, it's not really about what goes on in the visual aspect. It's about what they do in the ring. Dave Meltzer, he actually provided an update on Kenny Omega. He actually took some bumps He took some bumps this past Wednesday, and he was attacked and laid out by the Elite. He was laid out by Jack Perry, Kazuchika Okada, and the Young Bucks this past Wednesday. For those of you that are wondering, when will Kenny Omega be back? Kenny Omega, according to Dave Meltzer, is not expected to be back in AEW for a while. He still hasn't had the surgery yet, and after he does, it's still going to take months for him to return. At this point, I don't even care whether or not he is back in time for All In. It's all about him being healthy. So as long as Kenny Omega gets back healthy, that is all that matters. Hope you guys are having a great time here. It has been a pretty damn good stream thus far. A lot of surprises here on the stream, and the Backlash Watch Along has been a major success. I'm glad that I've been able to do this once again. I always love doing these con live streams. The Wrestling Con live streams are probably the most fun type of live streams to do. So we got Jey Uso versus Damian Priest. And now Damian Priest tosses Jey Uso into the corner. And Jey Uso is just mocking Damian Priest. And Damian Priest now sent to the floor. And here comes Jey Uso, and Damian Priest gets out of the way. Damian Priest got out of the way as Jey Uso seems to be in full control here. People may think that Jey Uso has a chance of winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but he doesn't. And Priest sends Jey Uso into the barricade. And the crowd does not like Damian Priest. Jey Uso, perhaps the most overact on the show thus far, minus Bayley. Now Damian Priest looking to slow the pace down. As we speak. Once again, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Show's going pretty quick. We only got 2 more matches after this. I mean, as expected, the show is going to go quick. I mean, it's only a 5-match fucking show. And Damian Priest now in full control. And Priest with a back elbow in the corner. Nice back elbow in the corner by Damian Priest. And Priest now just hit a lariat on Jey Uso. And now he's just mocking Jey Uso. And now Damian Priest just stretching the arms of Jey Uso back. And now Jey Uso trying to rebound. A couple of right hands to the stomach and a bell clap. Bell clap by Damian Priest. Very nicely done. I don't know what the deal is, but has Damian Priest been working a little bit more of a slower pace? I don't really like that. That shouldn't be the case. Damian Priest should be working a much more faster pace. I'm not sure if it's the fact that Jey Uso is just an inexperienced singles wrestler or the fact that they're booking Damian Priest weird. Oh. And Jey Uso with a back suplex. Jey Uso off that back suplex. Now Jey Uso going to try and mount a comeback here against Damian Priest and Jay. With some right hands. And the crowd seems to be getting behind Jey Uso here. And a little wave punch and the yeet wave, if you will. The yeet wave punch, if you will. Or the yeet wave jab. Whatever sounds more appealing. And Priest now. Rebound off the ropes. Oh, and Jay with a kick right to the gut. And an uppercut. Very nicely done. How you doing, Midmo Smart? Thank you very much for dropping by. I greatly appreciate you. And now, Jey Uso seems to be in full control here. Jey Uso seems to be in full control. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but it's clear as day that Jey Uso, he is looking to capitalize on the opportunity and win the World Championship. And now Jey, very nicely done right there. And now Jey Uso, big time crossbody. Here's the cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out. And that is only a 2 count. That is only a 2 count right there. I would have thought that it would have been a little bit more fast-paced, but then again, they're just starting. And Jay with a suicide dive, taking out Damian Priest right into the barricade. You're going to have to keep the pressure on, Jey Uso. And oh, look out, J.D. McDonough. J.D. McDonough just rebounded the ropes into Jey Uso's crotch. There's a spear by Damian Priest and a kick out by Jey. I really hope that they don't have Jey Uso win the championship just to fuel the breakup of the Judgment Day. That would be fucking terrible. Give Damian Priest the win. It's really not that hard. Just give him the win. Damian Priest should not be a transitional champion. Damian Priest is arguing with JD. Damian Priest arguing with JD McDonough. Look out. And Jey with a super kick, and JD McDonough gets taken out. What a sell. Super kick on Damian Priest is Jey. Jey's going to the top. And Jey with the Uso splash. Please, for the love of God, kick out Priest. For the love of God, kick out Priest. Yes, Priest kicked out. Damian Priest kicked out of the Uso splash as expected. Thank God. Very nicely done off the Uso splash. 1, 2, and a kick out right there. What's up, man? And Damian Priest now, he is on the defense as we speak. He is on the defense as we speak. And now Jey Uso and Damian Priest trading strikes back and forth. Solid amount of people. We got 18 solid people watching the stream. Thank you very much for watching. And now Priest and Jey Uso trading strikes back and forth we go. And oh, man. Forearm after forearm after forearm. That's pretty damn cool if you ask me. And oh, an uppercut there by Priest. And Jey now with a super kick. Both men trading strikes. Big time forearm. You do not want a forearm from Damian Priest. There's an enziguri by Jey Uso. And a big roundhouse kick. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. As the crowd is starting to appreciate what these two men are doing. See, now it's starting to pick up. Now it's starting to pick up a bit, thankfully. Oh, look out. And oh, there's a kick to the gut by Damian Priest. And Priest now going for the Razor's Edge on Jey Uso. Here's the cover, hooks the leg, and Jey kicks out again. Yeah, that's not going to finish him off, Priest. You're going to have to go for the South of Heaven, if I do say so myself. That was a very nice Razor's Edge right there. 1, 2, and Jey still able to kick out. And now Damian Priest, he's looking to end this once and for all, going for the South of Heaven choke slam on Jey Uso. He's measuring him. South of Heaven on the way, and Jey reverses it. Jey off the ropes. Spear, Priest, 2. No, that was only a 2 count. Good near fall. Very good near fall right there. They made it believable. I'll give them that. Very good near fall. They made it believable. Now Jey Uso's wondering what the hell he's got to do. Very nice spear. I'll give Jey Uso a little bit of credit. He delivers a pretty decent spear. I mean, it's no Roman Reigns and it's no Rhino, but a pretty decent spear nonetheless. 20 people watching. A nice big crowd here. Thank you very much for the support. And now Jey is going up to the top. Jey could be looking for it. Wait a minute. Finn Balor causes the distraction. There is a big super kick. And now Jey looking to seal the deal. And Priest with a lariat, turning Jey inside out. Goes up, South of Heaven choke slam. Priest covers Jey. 1, 2, and what? Wow. That should have been it. They better not be giving Jey the victory there. I really don't care. They better not be giving Jey the victory. That was a great near fall right there. That much I will say. Clearly, Damian Priest is not too happy. Please do not give Jey Uso the world championship. Listen, I'm sorry. Do not give him the world championship. Ah, there it is. The tornado kick. Tornado kick by Priest. A second tornado kick. And now Damian Priest could be looking to end this once and for all. Please do so, please. And Damian Priest going for the third one. I don't know how wise that is. Oh, super kick by Jey. And a second one. Third one. Third super kick by Jey. Could this be the end of the line for Damian Priest? God, I hope not. Please. Super kick in the corner. Spear again. And Jey's going up to the top. This is terrible. Please do not give him the splash again. 1, 2, and 3. No! Oh, JD just put his foot on the rope. That was awesome. That was a great near fall. Great stuff right there. That was a very believable near fall. I'll give him credit for that. I thought that was it. Listen, started off slow, but I'll tell you what. these two may just very well be the team that has, or these two may very well be the duo that has the match of the night. This may very well be match of the night right here. I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to have to rewatch this after the big show. I got to rewatch this after the big show, and I got to take some notes on it. But man, that was a great near fall. That was a great near fall. Oh, look out. And Jay with a suicide dive, and he takes out JD McDonough. And he takes out Finn Balor as well. That's some pretty awesome stuff right there. And now Jay going up to the top yet again. And Priest crotches him on the top. Priest crotches him on the top. And now Priest up to the top, or the middle rope with Jey Uso, south of heaven from the middle rope. Pin him, Damian Priest. 1, 2, 3. Now that right there was a world championship match. Damian Priest, let me tell you something. If you do not believe in Damian Priest now, something is wrong with you. After that match, Damian Priest deserves a legitimate reign with the World Heavyweight Championship. And I really hope that they do not just give away. I really hope that they don't just give away the World Championship after a month and a half more with Damian Priest. Because Damian Priest, that right there, that was a World Championship caliber match. And now Damian Priest telling the Judgment Day not to beat him down. Huh. Damian Priest, clear as day. He can do things on his own. Damian Priest embracing the victory on his own as he breaks up the attack by Finn Balor and JD McDonough. But damn, that was a very, very good World Heavyweight Championship match. I'm actually shocked that they put it on so, I don't want to say so early, because it wasn't really that early, but I mean, it was the middle of the show. I mean, I guess they need a little bit of a break of a match before we get to the main event with Cody and Styles. But either way, that was a great match right there. Awesome, awesome stuff. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Take a seat. Sorry. Anyway, take a seat anyway.
Do you have authorization for this?
I am the authorization. Yeah, I am the authorization. I'm DJ Storms. I can do whatever I want.
Are you authorizing me right now to sit down next to you?
If you wanna sit down, listen. It is a free for all right over here.
What are we doing?
We are doing a Backlash watch along as we speak. We recently just got done with Jey Uso versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship in a very good match, and we're also set for a big 80s WrestleCon rock and wrestling show after everything gets cleared up here. But I need to ask you a couple questions regarding 80s WrestleCon. Let me ask you this. We got a big main event tonight. It is Joey Ace. It is Rick Recon. It is GKM. And it is Ray Kalitri. So who do you think is going to win?
So it's a four-way dance.
Yes.
And out of the four competitors, three of them have held the ISPW championship. GKM has held the title. Rick Recon held the title. And, of course, you have your heavyweight champion, which is Ray Kalitri. Now, I have not been the biggest supporter of Ray Kalitri over the last couple of years. Total with Tom, although some people may think is a heel, I root for the good guys.
There you go.
I am all about fairness when it comes to professional wrestling.
Indubitably.
So I was not in Ray's corner the last couple of years. He cheats, and I don't like cheaters. Tina San Antonio was the ISPW Women's Heavyweight Champion for a couple of moments ago, and I ran her out because she is a cheater. Cheater San Antonio. Now, Ray is back, but I have to say, Ray does it a little different. He won me over as a fan, and I'm actually upset that this is happening tonight, that he has to wrestle 3 guys at the same time. In 80s Wrestling Con, you're going to put your heavyweight champions, you're going to put that belt in front of everyone that's here at WrestleCon tonight, not in a 1-on-1 match, not in a 1-on-2 match, but basically a 1-on-3 match.
Basically.
2 of them have already been champions. The third one, Joey Ace, apparently was his best friend. So he knows him better than anybody. So the cards are stacked against Ray tonight. He has one thing that's going in his favor. He has probably one of the most influential managers in pro wrestling history in his corner, J.J. Dillon of the Four Horsemen.
There you go.
I cannot wait for this match tonight. And Toto with Tom is turning a new leaf and is rooting for Ray Kalitri tonight to retain this title.
Now, Ray Kalitri certainly has a lot of supporters as we speak, but let me ask you about the steel cage match, which will kick off the 80s WrestleCon. It is Crowbar, the Timeless Crowbar, taking on Danny Morrison. These are 2 ECW innovators right here. Who do you think has the advantage in this match, and why?
Well, Danny, I think, has the advantage because Danny has taken it to Crowbar. Danny attacked Crowbar in the backstage area after the last Totoist show that we had a few months back. And I also saw them both over WrestleMania weekend at the ECW Arena.
Yes, that's right.
And this feud has not ended. That's why tonight, in the middle of the Men in Sports Arena, there is a steel cage erected, and these 2 guys are going to be going at it to finally settle the score. I think Crowbar, though, has a disadvantage because Danny, he's in his head. He's in his head.
Really?
He's in his head, DJ. You know how that is, right?
Well,
like Toto Tom's been in your head for a long time.
Let me tell you something. No one's on my mind.
Okay.
I live in other people's heads.
There's one of the combatants right there. GKM, he is going to be in the heavyweight championship 4-way tonight, but he's too scared right now to come over here. That's why.
I don't think you should have said that. I don't think you should have said that.
I was just saying how you have a great chance to win tonight.
No, he was actually saying how you were scared to come over here and have a talk about this big match that you have tonight.
All right. Tom, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you a pass because I heard you was making some announcements the past couple of days or something like that, and you forgot that I actually am a former ISPW heavyweight champion. Actually, to keep it frank, I am Mr. Grand Slam. You know what that means? That means tag team championship, won it, done it. Tri-state championship, won it, done it. ISPW heavyweight championship, won it, done it, and guess what? Gonna do it again for the 2nd time tonight. I don't mean to be braggadocious, but it is my time. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what that means? You ready? You ready? I think he's ready, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's ready. Are you ready? Everybody's ready, because you know what time it is? It's time for the Phoenix to take flight and light this place on fire, baby. Go!
Didn't I say that?
No, you didn't say that. I don't know. Maybe you should choose your words very, very carefully next time, Mr. Toto Tom. But
Is there something going on that I have to go to?
There's some on that I don't know. Do you have to go somewhere? Because right now we still got 2 more matches going on for Backlash. If you want to stick around, you absolutely can. But you were at
that old woman over there.
Oh yeah, really?
She needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, because you have to attempt to be a good guy, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a wonderful night, Mr. Toto Tom. We're still rolling, by the way. We did not cut. Maybe Toto Tom should watch his mouth next time. I'm trying to say that GKM's afraid. I don't know about that. Yeah, damn right. All rise for the final boss of the IWC. That's me, DJ Storms. Shout out to you, Rafael Capitan. Thank you very much. Be sure to hit the super chats and the super thanks and the super stickers as well. Let me go tweet out about that World Championship match.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. These three, big right across the middle.
We got 2 more matches here. We got ourselves. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. They're taking on none other than the Kabuki Warriors. This is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, as if anyone gives a crap about those championships. They're worthless. Let's be honest here. They're worthless. Jade Cargill is nothing more than an entrance. Second to last match right here on the show. Looks like we're going to make great timing, people. Looks like we're going to be making great timing before the show starts. Let's get this match over with quickly, in and out. No more than 8 to 9 minutes, please. Jade Cargill now, as of course we all know, she brings out the crazy shortcut hair for the pay-per-views, but let's be honest here, that's not going to help her in-ring ability. So there we go. WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Let me see if you guys can predict how long that this is going to last. What's going on, Joe Clean? How you doing? Hey, we're live right now on YouTube. We're watching Backlash. Yeah, we're watching Backlash right now. And this right here, he is the winner of the ISPW Championship Rumble, which was a few weeks ago back in Totowa, New Jersey. Yes, the golden ticket briefcase. Now,
which I do have, it's just kind of hanging out in the back there. Sorry.
Well, don't worry, because
impromptu interview.
Don't
kind of walking around.
No.
Stars of the 80s.
Don't worry. Now let me ask y'all a question. We got ourselves a big fatal 4-way here tonight. It's between Ray Kalitri, Rick Recon, GKM, and Joey Ace. Do we potentially see a cash in during or after the match?
I mean, I can't tell you that. It's always has to be a surprise. You never know.
Oh no, absolutely. You always got to make things a little more interesting.
Ray Kalitri has his work cut out for him tonight. You got 4 awesome competitors in there. And I don't know. There could be a 5th, maybe. Should we make it a 5? I don't know. But I mean, I'm kind of the host. I'm kind of hosting the wrestling show. So I don't know. Do I want to pull double duty, be the host and wrestler? I don't know.
At the end of the day, if you're the world champion, it just makes it that much sweeter.
It does make it. That does sound pretty sweet. So I don't know. You might have just convinced me. You never know.
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on that. That's for sure.
You got to watch and see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joe Clean. Always appreciate the nice surprises here. And now Asuka, there's a nice bridging pin, nice rolling bridge by Asuka.
Total Tom from the New World Mafia.
And now Asuka just dropped Bianca right by the ropes. Oh, and down goes Kyrie. Look out. Very nicely done right there. Very nicely done. And now Jade Cargill is in, although I don't know how much she's going to do outside of a couple of moves. Let's be honest here. Jade Cargill is not that experienced of a wrestler. And now Jade Cargill with a tilt-a-whirl into the backbreaker. And a second tilt-a-whirl into the backbreaker by Cargill on Kairi Sane. I'm hoping that this match doesn't go too long. And now there's a tag. Tag there to Bianca Belair. And now Bianca is looking to take over control here. Whoop. And big time Banzai drop. Stupid little pose right there, but then again, that's what you get. Again, why do we still have the women's tag team titles? It's ridiculous. Why do we still have the women's tag team titles at this rate? It's completely and utterly ridiculous. Speaking of women's wrestling, we also like to send out our very special wishes, best wishes to Julia Hart. She recently just got shoulder surgery, and we wish Julia Hart a speedy recovery. Oh, look out. Oh, and there's a shoulder tackle by Bianca Belair into the corner. And Bianca with a plancha, but she missed it. Asuka with a roundhouse kick. Listen, I'll give these women credit. They're at least trying. But again, no one cares about the women's tag team titles. Let's be honest here. A big-time crossbody by Kairi Sane. Again, I'll give credit where credit's due. They're at least trying. But let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen in about 3 minutes? In about 3 minutes, we're going to see Jade Cargill get the hot tag, and she's ultimately going to get the victory. Why? Because that's what usually happens here, especially with these matches. And now Kairi Sane with the ground and pound on Bianca. I don't think that this is going to last too long. And Asuka with a hip attack. And Kairi with a sliding D forearm. Here's the cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out by Bianca. And Bianca Belair, she is currently on the defense as we speak, but Bianca with a forearm right to the face, trying to go over the tag, but of course they're going to drag it out to see when Jade Cargill will actually get the hot tag. Typical WWE material right there. And a tag back to Kairi Sane once again. Let me fix up my camera here while we're waiting. And Asuka now with another hip attack. And a sliding forearm in the corner. Kairi Sane now going up to the top. I don't know what is going to happen here, but I can only assume it's going to mean bad news for Bianca with a flying forearm. Flying forearm. Here's the cover and a kick out. And now it looks like Bianca has the opportunity to make the tag. Can she make the tag? That is the question. Looks like she's close. Roll up by Bianca. And Asuka with a super kick right to the gut. Super kick right to the gut. Can we see Bianca finally make that tag? That is the question. And now it looks like that tag's finally going to be made. Tag to Kairi. I mean, come on, that is so lame. That is so lame. Like, she was right there. All she had to do was jump. All she had to do was jump, and they purposely stalled. I understand, like, leaping over Bianca to take out Jade Cargill, but I mean, Bianca was right there. All you had to do was jump. Why is Jade Cargill even selling a typical forearm? She suffered no damage, and she's already knocked off the apron because of one forearm. Shining Wizard and a forearm combo. Here's the cover. Hooks the leg. Bianca kicks out again. And now we got a kneeling Fujiwara armbar by Asuka. Bianca Belair currently is not in the right frame of mind as we speak. And Bianca trying to power Asuka up. If she can get her up, I think that this could only mean good. And she's got her up. Tagged by Kairi. Okay, this match is going on way too long. Can we just get Jade Cargill in and then let that be the end of it? Why is Jade Cargill still on the floor? Why is Jade Cargill still on the floor? It's stupid. It's really, it's honest to God, it's stupid that it's taking her this long to just make the tag. Like, nobody cares about this match. I don't care how good the crowd is. This match is worthless. There's a clothesline by Bianca. Finally, can we get the tag to Jade Cargill and then get this match over with? We have one more match, and then we can get on out of here. That's all we need. Finally, Jade Cargill comes in. Springboard crossbody. Look at that. She added a new move to her repertoire. Clothesline to Kairi and a punt kick. Punt kick to Asuka. I will say this. It's a lot better than what I would have thought. Some body splashes in the corner. Asuka's taken out of the equation. And now Jade Cargill with a double choke bomb Double choke bomb by Cargill, and Asuka makes the save. Pretty sloppy pin cover, if you ask me. I will say that the springboard crossbody looked very, very nice. And now Jade Cargill's got Kyrie up. A fireman's carry into a spine buster. All right, can we just wrap this match up already? We understand that we're going to get new women's tag team champions. I mean, we're not stupid. Now double back fists and a back kick. Now Jade Cargill, she's taking some offense here. Back fist, roundhouse kick. Trying to get Cargill off of her feet. A little bit of floppy. See, they didn't even realize who was the legal participant. Didn't even realize who was the legal participant. That was a botch and a half right there. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. This is actually, yeah, this is going way too long. This should have ended like 5 minutes ago. What are they doing? Seriously, what are they doing? Is this finally going to be the end? We have a main event to get to. This is actually becoming a little bit painful to watch. They're like fumbling all around. See, this is why this match shouldn't have even have been on the show. This is why the match should not have been on the show. Double power bomb. I'm assuming that this has got to be the end of it, right? This has got to be the end. Now Jade Cargill took out Asuka. And now finally, DDT and a German suplex. Now that was actually a nice move right there. That was a nice move. It looks like that's it. Are we done yet? Seriously, like, are we done yet? We got roll up here by Kairi Sane. Going to win it? No. And Bianca Belair, spine buster on Kairi Sane. This is it. No, it's not. This has got to be it. There's the elbow. Is this it? 1, 2. No, it's not. This match went on way longer than it needed to. And Bianca, Kairi, and Asuka clearly are carrying most of the workload here. Jade Cargill, she completely lost her footing. Now we're going through the same exact sequence that we were in before. Super kick by Jade. It looks like she's finally starting to get back into control here. And Jade caught. And Jade spins Kairi around. There we go. Now we get jaded. And now Bianca's got her up. This is it. Now it's the end. KOD to Asuka onto Kairi. Cover by Bianca. 1, 2, 3. As expected, Jade Cargill is overpushed. What do you think was going to happen? Yeah, Bianca, Asuka, and Kairi carried that match. Now, Jade Cargill looked decent throughout certain parts of the match. Maybe I'll have to go rewatch this match. Maybe I'll have to go rewatch this match to fully get the experience. You know what's crazy? Jade Cargill is not even ready, yet she was given a title before LA Knight, DIY, and the New Catch Republic. I'm just trying to make sense of that. And Chad Gable, too. The fact that Chad Gable is still not a champion, or he has not been given a singles championship, but yet Jade Cargill has been given a singles championship this early in her WWE run, I'm sorry, but that is inexcusable.
There's another one involved MCW.
All right, so it looks like now we're finally going to get into the main event.
Yeah. You know,
Now we're finally going to get into this main event. Looks like we're going to be out of here by 3:30, hopefully. Maybe 3:35. I may wrap this up by 3:30. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the match is supposed to start at 4. And I'm not going to miss this cage match. I'm just letting everyone know that. How you doing, Rage? Greatly appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much for stopping by, Rage. Rage is awesome. Looks like we are finally going to get into the home stretch here. And the press conference is immediately following Backlash. I don't give a shit about the press conference. But who watches the press conference? Let's be honest here. Press conferences are a waste of time. Press conferences are a complete waste of time. They've always been a waste of time. A press conference, honest to God, it should not exist with pro wrestling. It shouldn't exist. It's nothing but a bunch of yes men. It's nothing but a bunch of yes men with both companies. It's not just one company. It's a bunch of yes men with both companies. Too many ads. It's another thing. Way too many ads. Way too many promo packages. It's annoying. When they do this King and Queen of the Ring tournament, they better not give the winners a stupid royalty gimmick. Those royalty gimmicks should not be existing anymore in professional wrestling. Those days are long gone. The winners of the respective King and Queen of the Ring tournaments should get world title matches at SummerSlam. I do not want to hear a single word out of anyone. They should get world title matches at SummerSlam. Plain and simple. First round matchup, Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka. Then we got Natalya and Io Sky on Monday Night Raw. This is for the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then on the men's side, Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor. That's something I can get behind. Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio. Why is Kofi Kingston in the tournament? Ricochet. Oh, my Lord. Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov. That is something I can get behind. Gunther and Sheamus. Unbelievable. Gunther and Sheamus. You want to talk about hard hitting. There you go. Now that is a way to start the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. That is something I can get behind. Good on them. Good on them. And now it looks like we are finally set for our main event. AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. You know, they could have built this match up a little bit more. And to be quite honest with you, listen, I love these two guys. I really do. I've been a mark for AJ Styles at numerous points in times, and I have all the respect in the world for Cody Rhodes, but this match has not been built up the way that it should have been built up. This match has not been built up the way that it should have been built up, and it's honestly ridiculous that we are still in the position where we're pretty much in the position, even under Triple H, where all the top stars are being treated with all the reverence in the world, but yet everyone else not named a Cody Rhodes, everyone else not named a Roman Reigns or Rock or a Becky Lynch or a Rhea Ripley or a Judgment Day or the Bloodline, people like that. If you're not one of those individuals, you are worthless to WWE. That's what I can't stand. If WWE wants us to take their roster seriously, they need to put more effort into pretty much everything else, minus the main event scene. Because the more that they neglect, the worse that their show becomes. That's what I can't stand. That's what I cannot stand. How you doing? No, I don't have heat with you. How you doing? No, I didn't actually. I was just trying to make sure that I had enough storage on my phone. We're actually live right now. If you want to say something, yeah, we're live right now. We're doing a Backlash watch along right now. Yeah, it was in France. I just figured I'd do a watch along. Yeah, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is main event Michael Mars. He's going to be on 80's WrestleCon tonight. He's actually the personal insurance policy of the World Heavyweight Champion, Ray Kalitri, and he is also a former ISPW Tag Team Champion and former ISPW Tri-State Champion as well. And one day, of course, I know my stuff. I do this research for a living, and I don't even get paid for this. But but let me ask you a question. We got ourselves a big card tonight. Let's talk about the steel cage match. Crowbar and Danny Morrison. I've been asking almost everyone that I've had on the show about this match. Who do you think has the advantage in this match and why?
I think these guys know each other so well, and they've been, facing off for years. I think it's going to come down to who makes the first mistake, honestly. Like, they know each other so well. Like, it's cliche, but, they know what they're going to do before they do it. But I think it's going to come down to maybe who makes first mistake, who got the better night's sleep. It's a very thin margin. I can't make that call. Like, those guys are both so good, and that's a toss-up.
Well, regarding the World Heavyweight Championship match, would you say that this is Would you say that this is the toughest test for Ray Kalitri?
Absolutely. It's a four-way and 3 top contenders. GKM, no slouch, has been tri-state champ, has been a tag champ. Recon, former world champion. Joey Ace hasn't gotten it yet, but he's definitely up and coming. And in the future, I definitely see a belt. But tonight, it's definitely Poppy's biggest challenge, but he's got me in his corner watching out for him. And you know who else?
JJ Dillon.
Exactly. Can you think of a better man or smarter man to have in your corner?
He certainly has the major advantage. But let me ask you about the current state of ISPW. We've been seeing a lot of new faces come on in and make their presence known. People like Richard Holiday, people like Darius Carter, Joey Ace as well, people like Yosef Varel and Vargas, and so many other people. Adam Payne recently just returned. Gunner Trash recently made his ISPW debut. Who of this new crop of talent would you like to face and why?
I'd love to face Richard Holiday. Like, I've been watching him for a few years now, and actually spoke with him back the show we did in Wildwood. Look at this guy, man. They let anybody in.
Yeah, they're letting anyone. This is Ace Darling, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing?
What's up? We're live, brother. Put that cigarette out.
Put that cigarette out.
But he really impressed me. The tournament that we did where he won the belt. I spoke to him a little bit when we did Wildwood last August.
Yes.
And actually told him he's one of the guys I would definitely love to work with. But yeah, like everybody you mentioned, it's definitely someone to be reckoned with in this business. And I see all of them being able to make a name for themselves. I'd be honored to work with any one of them, honestly.
Well, let me ask you this last question before we continue on, and I let you go because I know you got a big night tonight. What can we expect from Michael Mars in the near future?
Michael Mars in the near future. Right now, it's wide open. It's wide open. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing with Mr. Kalitri. We have a couple things in the works. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet, but I can guarantee you'll have plenty of storage on your phone to record my.
Trust me, I'm sure I'll be recording. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Mars. As we get set for the Backlash main event, we're gonna see how much more time that we got. How much more time we got? Styles looking like he just came out of the Judgment Day's locker room. Nice to meet you too. Literally, Styles looks like he just came out of the Judgment Day's locker room. AJ Styles, he's got black and purple. Did he raid Finn Balor's closet? Did he raid Damian Priest's closet? Seriously. They already got people inside the steel cage. It's unbelievable. I think we may have to wrap this up at 3:30, considering how much material we got going on tonight during 80's Con. But I will give you I'll give you plenty to talk about. Actually, you know what? Let's go through a couple more news, rumors, and reports. Regarding the WWE releases, I know that we recently just had Gable Steveson. He got released. And most recently, the NXT releases, they took place this week. According to PW Insider, WWE recently made some cuts from NXT. The releases are as follows. We had Ezekiel Boulongun. I can't even pronounce some of these names. It's ridiculous. How are you, sir? That was actually Crowbar. He's competing in the steel cage match later tonight. It's always good to see him stop by, say hi. Julian Baldy, Trey Bearhill, Emma Maria Diaz. These are all the released NXT individuals. Valentina Feroz, Drew Gulak, Keyshawn LeFlore. We had Daryl Mason. He was released. Vlad Pavlenko and Kaya Saint. All of these individuals were from NXT, recently released. Gable Steveson, he was also released. All these individuals were indeed released from the WWE. And it looks like we are seeing spring cleaning take full force within WWE. Cody Rhodes does look nice with that championship, I gotta say. I'm telling you, WWE is going to have to come back to France. They're going to have to come back to France sooner rather than later.
When I get you in the ring tonight, Crowbar, there's going to be no, I'm going to be all hell because you're going to destroy me. You're going to destroy me.
And Cody Rhodes continuing to make his entrance. The typical Cody Rhodes entrance, let's be honest here. It's nothing that we haven't seen before. Solid amount of people, I have to say. I don't normally do these watch-alongs, but a solid amount of people. 25 people on the watch-along right now. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day. Thank you very much to Raphael. Thank you very much to Dee Dee. Thank you very much to Raging Girl Gamer. Thank you very much to Hooligram. Thank you very much to James Ponaseca. Thank you very much to Grega John. You all have been fantastic. You have all been great. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are wondering, I will indeed have the rundown, or excuse me, not the rundown, the rewind. I will be having the rewind for WWE Backlash. I'll have the rewind tomorrow at 3 p.m. I will be rewatching the show, and I will be taking extensive notes, so don't you worry. We will be going in depth on everything, and I mean everything, regarding WWE Backlash. It's going to be a fun time tomorrow. It's a fun time right now. It's going to be a fun time tomorrow as well. And thank you very much to all the guests as well. Thank you very much to Michael Mars if you're watching. Thank you very much to Joey Ace and Rick Recon. All of you were fantastic. And Mike Moraldo, a.k.a. Ace Darling, he made a nice little cameo. The camera is actually shaking because of how much noise they are making in Lyon, France. I mean, that is something right there. I don't think I've ever seen the camera legitimately shake from that much energy. And no, I'm not talking about that phony energy, that fake camera shake that they did in NXT. I'm talking about legitimate energy within the arena like they have here in France. That right there is impressive. For the WWE Undisputed Championship, I think that we may have to end it here. I think we're going to have to end it here. I recently just got the notification. I got the notification from one of the announcers, a.k.a. Rich Reed. Shout out to Rich Reed, by the way. Just got the notification from one of the announcers. We're going to have to wrap this up. We're going to have to wrap up this watch-along because we are indeed 30 minutes away from the start of 80's Con. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all the support. Solid crowd watching here, but you guys have been fantastic. Be sure to set your notifications for tomorrow. I will be rewatching this show, and we will be going live tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the rewind for WWE Backlash. Till next time, I'm DJ Storms. This has been the Lightning Flash Update, but before we get out of here, you already know what I'm about to ask all you. Ladies and gentlemen, who runs the IWC? I don't need to go on and on. You already know who runs the IWC. Who but DJ Storms. And I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!